he's a guy who likes to throw the ball really deep. And this year, there really haven't been many really deep balls thrown against you guys. Is it maybe helpful to have practiced against Cam in the spring and in August for the secondary, a guy who doesn't mind throwing the ball 50, 60 yards in the field sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, you know, one of the reasons we haven't seen a lot of deep balls is because we've been playing some zone coverage and really not, you know, trying to really discourage anybody from doing that. And but yeah, anytime you can practice, you know, against guys that can throw deep and you can react to those balls, obviously that's big. But you know, they do a great job, Mark, of throwing it short and deep. I mean, they've got a great scheme, and they take advantage of the coverages that you're in, whether you're in zone coverage or man coverage. They just do a really good job of that. So, you know, they'll throw some deep, they'll throw some short. And I just, again, you know, no one completely stops Arkansas. You know, they're offensive, and you know, you just, again, you got to play very sound and solid, and you got to tackle well, and they're going to hit some plays, and you know, we've got to make some plays as well defensively. So it's kind of the way those type of games unfold.
Gene, your last drive at Kentucky was pretty defining, and I'm sure a lot of things happened on that drive you're pretty happy about. What's the one singular thing that stands out about that drive that you kind of keep with you?
There was no panic. There was no panic, and you know, that's the first thing. And the second thing, there were some clutch third downs in there that that I thought were huge, and but it was a very methodical drive that, you know, took place the way you want it to take place, and I am proud of the way they executed that. There's no question about that. I think we can take and learn a lot from that, and but there was no panic from our guys. They knew what they had to do, and they executed. You know, that was the thing. They executed what we asked them to do, and that was very encouraging.
You know, it's been a rough year for D'Angelo. How's he doing?
Day by day, Mark, and we'll, you know, continue to evaluate him, but was really coming around, and very proud of him. And but he, you know, he'll just continue to, you know, try to rehab and get treatments and see how fast we can get him back.
Any word on Stevens and Kitchens, whether they'll be ready to start?
Same, Philip. You know, just we're going to continue to try to get him healthy, and those decisions will probably be a lot clearer at the end of the week.
Coach, you mentioned you guys have been playing a lot of zone on defense. Why is that the scheme of choice for this squad?
It's been some zone, some man. It's been both. So it's not predominantly one versus the other. That's what we've been doing, mixing it in and out of both of those. So it's not necessarily a choice by, I want to be a zone guy, I want to be a man guy. It just depends on what you're seeing offensively, who you're trying to stop, who their receivers are, what's the matchups. I mean, there's a lot of different parts to the equation when you decide on a game plan what you want to play and when. So that's really what goes into it.
What have you seen on tape or that maybe teams can get into Ryan Mallett's head a little bit? It seems like sometimes if they can get into his head a little bit, he makes mistakes. What have you seen other teams do against him to maybe get into his head?
Well, I don't think there's any secret to, you know, having any success against any quarterback is pressure. I mean, that's what, you know, that's what defensively, you know, makes the world go round for a defense when, you know, when you're facing a good quarterback. So I don't know that he gets flustered or rattled or any of that. You know, I think that just generically speaking, though, for any quarterback, you know, you have to get pressure on the guy, and that's going to obviously disrupt some timing. So at the end of the day, that's not just for Ryan, that's for every quarterback. But he's seen it all, he's done it all, and he doesn't get rattled. He stays in there, he's got a lot of poise, and he's as good as advertised.
Anything else? All right, thanks. Good.
Thank you.
Got a couple players.